Welcome back to Daytime, everyone. Our next guest joins us. It's Karina Strong, and she is the director of the MBC Mississauga, Brampton, Caledon. And today we're talking about a new volunteer center. It's going to be very interesting. So listen up if you're out of work out there or you're just looking to do some volunteering. But welcome to the show, Karina.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Well, of course, you opened the new volunteer center, I guess, last year. But
right.
we want to talk about it. What can people expect if they walk through the doors?
So one of our major focuses is obviously to try and connect people with volunteer opportunities. But we want to try and create volunteer opportunities, send them to agencies to give them meaningful opportunities, because in the past week, we've worked with a lot of students, and you know, they keep saying we get volunteer jobs, but they're boring, and we want something where we can use our talents so that we can use that towards our future careers, or just to explore what our talents are. And they do have a lot of talent. And you know, nonprofit agencies, there's a lot more, because of the economy, there's a lot more pressure on the economy, on all the agencies, the social service agencies, and you know, most of them rely almost half on volunteers to run the organizations.
We know that here in Rogers TV, of course, we run primarily on volunteers as well. But you raise a very interesting point in terms of when people think of volunteering, they might think, oh, well, okay, I'm just going to donate my time and do whatever there is out there. And if it's boring, I'm doing well for the world. But there's also opportunities where people, you know, can have fun in what they're doing in terms of volunteering. Is that correct?
Exactly. And I'm thinking in particularly about newcomers that are here that often come with very, very high skill sets, and they're finding that, you know, they're underemployed. They have a lot of trouble finding a job with their career skills and where they can be utilized. And you know, we've all heard of the taxi drivers that are doctors that are driving around, and so and often it's because their language skills are not quite there. But volunteering can really help them to you know, to socially integrate, to network with people, and to be able to use their skills, and perhaps on a project manager basis. So if you have somebody that is an IT specialist, to be able to go into an organization, a nonprofit organization, who relies on very, very little funding, and to be able to make a difference for that organization, and you know, to make connections and network, that can often be the basis to get them back into the workforce. But you know, especially lately, with a lot of people being out of work, we're finding that, again, you know, a lot of these people have a lot of skill sets that can be really utilized. And it's often a time, depending on the age of the person too, that they maybe want to consider a career change and perhaps go into the nonprofit sector. There's lots of opportunity out there, and that's what we're there for, because we truly believe at the Volunteer Center that regardless of age, color, it doesn't matter, there is an opportunity to suit everybody.
Now, you had a great youth initiative that has passed, Change the World. Talk about how that went, and possibly some other initiatives that are coming up in the future for the MBC.
So this was an amazing experience. It was actually an initiative from the Ministry of Citizenship and Immigration. So Minister Chan challenged the volunteers, all the students, the secondary students in all of Ontario, to, and that's 10,000 students, he challenged them to give 5 hours of their time to volunteer, 5 hours minimum during National Volunteer Week. So we're a fairly new center, but we've been approaching the schools and we have gone in and we've done volunteer fairs, and we were able to put on 33 different events throughout the region of Peel over the past week, and a lot of them, they were all focused on the environment, so reducing your ecological footprint. So we had students volunteering at the library, at a used book sale. We had them volunteering at park cleanups, at long-term care homes to help the residents clean up their gardens for the spring and help them plant flowers. And we had some amazing experiences. So in total, we were able to engage about 350 students, and they contributed about 1,800
that's
hours.
350 students that we didn't have before, who are all of a sudden now volunteering.
That's
exactly.
great.
And they can use that towards their 40 40 hours because there's a 40-hour commitment that they have to make. And a lot of them are getting, into a situation, if they're in grade 12, they won't be able to graduate if they don't have their hours.
Well, if you are out of work or just currently looking to volunteer somewhere, get some skills in a new field, then definitely drop on by the MBC, and the website is at the bottom of the screen. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Anytime. Take a look at this information right here. Grab your pen and paper and check it out. We'll be back here on Daytime, unleashing our full potential after the break.